Black Caribbean students are nearly 4 times more likely to be permanently excluded than their white peers.
Only 11% of GCSE students study a book by a Black author. Less than 1% of head teachers are Black.
School is supposed to be a place where we all feel safe, where we all have the same chances to learn and do well.
But for some Black students like us, that's not always the case.
Sometimes we feel like we're treated differently, but mostly we feel like we just aren't heard.
The Race Equity in Education project is a community-led approach to tackling inequity in schools and creating safer, more equitable educational environments for Black children in Lambeth and Southwark.
They're working with students like us, parents and schools to create real change so that every student, no matter their background, has a fair and meaningful education.
The people behind the project.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm Suzann, I'm the CEO and Artistic Director here at Theatre Peckham.
We all came together from a safety project for Black children in Southwark and Lambeth, and our project was Race, Equity and Education. It felt like there was a real change that needed to happen.
We carried out anti-racism assemblies in Southwark and Lambeth. We wanted to amplify the voices of young people because it's about young people. It's about them feeling safe in schools.
Morning, everyone. There's been charters that have been implemented in schools. What we've sought to do with our approach is being brave enough to listen to the voices of the young people, listen to the voices of the community, and that's really helped us to shape the direction that we're going in.
Amplifying voices. This isn't just about talking, it's about action. They've created safe spaces where we can communicate. With the help of race equity experts, they provide practical solutions that actually work.
We throw this word race around all of the time quite loosely. What does race mean? Anyone?
We know that the problem is acute because of the data, and horrifically that data isn't changing. The biases and the stereotypes that exist for these students in education are in effect the same that exist across society. If we don't talk to the kids about race, they will form their own ideas about it. The conversation needs to happen. The only thing that we know doesn't work is silence.
Someone must have an idea here, like we say race all the time, why can't we just come up with a nice definition?
I would much rather go into a school to help children uncover themselves in terms of their imagination, what they can become in life, what they can become in society, just really helping them uncover themselves. I hope assemblies like this stop the continuous talk of racism.
Looking closer, you'll see words like neglect, isolation, anger, slavery, change in behaviour and trauma.
One of the things that I'm really big on is the intersectional experiences of our children and how race and gender play a part in their development, but also in their attainment. I think with Black girls, what tends to happen is that you just internalise this punishment. You wear it as an armour of protection, and then when you get into the real world, you're deemed as angry.
I try and calmly use my voice, always stay composed, because any hint of aggression, it's like their ears instantly close. But silence is compliance, and compliant is something I refuse to be. So I'll continue to speak out and force them to listen. It's time to stand with me.
What was really important for these students was that this was a safe space for them to really be honest about their experience of racism in schools. And they wrote some amazing poetry from the workshop, and I can't wait for them to get involved more in this actual work because I think their voices are the most important to be heard.
Is it because of my race? Is it because of my braids? Is it because of my smile?
We have to understand that kids, they're able to engage in these heavy topics, but in a fun way. They're learning it in bite size, but they're also having discussions and then putting on its feet and then having group conversations in a safe environment with a safe tutor as well. So I think, yeah, this is the way forward.
This is your community. Help others, even if teachers aren't as helpful. We are human. You know this now. Be real. Be you.
Workshops like these are powerful. They give students like us a voice, and they help teachers learn what they can do to make lessons fairer and more inclusive.
It's important that actually, as senior leaders in particular, as those that are, being able to lead their staff, we're providing opportunities for staff to be empowered and also knowledgeable. And that means being deliberate about the conversations that you're facilitating. I think that also means that you have to have those hard conversations.
What we have to understand is that the concept of race, as we know it today, did not exist before this?
I'm looking at myself as a teacher here. Can I implement exercises that I'm seeing in these workshops? And how can I actually make that a domino effect with the teachers here long term to ensure that we're not minimising opportunities for our students? And what I really like about the project is the fact that it's for Black students, but equally it's for the other children as well to educate and reflect on their own social stances and decisions they make day to day.
What comes next?
Race equity in education shouldn't just be an idea. It should be a reality. We deserve it and we demand it.
The solutions come from us, the children, parents, educators, community leaders, and projects like this, all working together.
Race equity in education is important. It's part of our public sector equality duty. There's something about adolescents and listening to adolescents and teenagers about their growing identity, and race, ethnicity, cultural identity is so crucial for our future adults.
Can I get I think there needs to be that kind of recognition of the authority structures that exist and the formal frameworks that we have. Those are in many ways the overriding factors that maintain the status quo. And even if we were to have this future that we would wish, the way that we're going to maintain and sustain it is by having appropriate frameworks, systems, policies and laws.
The call to action. The solutions come from us, the children, parents, educators, community leaders, and projects like this, all working together.
For us, it's about trying to ensure that we have a commitment from everyone.
Collective action. That's why we're all here today, right? We're working together, coming together, we are unifying.
And I will say, as a parent, you have to read documents, you have to read the school policy. You have to do that. Schools are fallible, they're run by human beings that have biases, so you have to advocate for your children.
Everyone knows within a school who the good teachers are and how they make them feel, and yet they're not included in appraisal processes for educators. So if we're thinking about competence, how do we bring it into an appraisal process, and how do we also engage the community as part of the appraisal?
Score, rank and highlight the ones that are really the most important.
It's amazing seeing all of the different stakeholders, the young people, the facilitators, the organisations, the educators, parents, come up with solutions, and it really gave me a sense of hope as to what can be achieved in the future.
I want to welcome Nyla to the stage.
I definitely think that this could help other schools, especially the ones that aren't as diverse, because it helps everybody understand that racism doesn't just happen in one place. Even in London, as diverse as it is, it happens more often than you can imagine. So essentially, we all need to come together and stop this.
What are they going to help you do, Nyla?
So they're going to help me tear this up, because these are all the negative things that we want to get rid of.
We have a duty, to take this now, capturing all of those insights and really putting that into something that's meaningful.
What was really brilliant about the project is bringing everyone together, and that feels like really good for the project and where we take it in the future.
What's really important now is that we don't just talk about these things, but we actually action some of these things. The question we have to ask ourselves is what are we prepared to do to make the next steps for the next generation? And that's us as adults, and that's also for you as young people as well.
My skin is beautiful. My hair is beautiful. I am beautiful. Don't be afraid. Stand up for what's right. Let your voice be heard and put up a fight.
This project was generously supported by Impact on Urban Health and the UBelly Initiative. Thank you to St. George's, Oliver Goldsmith, Trinity Academy, the Norwood School and Theatre Peckham. And thank you to everyone who supported the project.